I must get in. I'll convince the twins, and they'll let me. I'll see the sanctuary as No, no one will repeat. I must hold on. Fools. Only I. No, don't you try me. Try me.
blood of the pilgrim who came before.
Sir Lohengrin,
Worry not.
the waters of the descent shall...
If you...
In the Age of Legends, as King Arthur waged his fateful war against the Four Dwellers, countless lesser tales unfolded in the shadows of that great struggle. Stories shaped by hardship and danger. Stories that would evolve for centuries to come. One such tale, nearly forgotten on Avalon, tells of a rebellion rising within Arthur's own ranks. Nimue, a young disciple of Merlin, shaken by the horrors of war, longed to return to the homelands, even if it meant defying her king. Led by her resolve, the rebels gathered several of Arthur's finest ships, including the proud flagship Sarras, and set their course for home, no matter the cost. But Merlin, they say, would never suffer betrayal. Drawing upon ancient, forbidden forces, he unleashed a wrath destined to be remembered, turning the deserters' escape into a spectacle burned into the memory of all who served Arthur. 6 centuries later, a lone wanderer steps towards a hidden, long-forgotten passage, ready to uncover the truth behind the legend of Sarras and the fate of those who dared to turn their backs on Avalon.
She's impatient, lady. She'll heal you. You must not ignore the lady's name in vain. She calls for change. We must accept it. The waves of knowledge are ever present. Nothing will change that. But change is inevitable. Forgive me. All these thoughts at once. I feel as... But you're here. You're here. The wave of change follows you. And so he is here with you, isn't he? Names. Names. What I should care about is those are brought to me by the mighty messenger. I only know this. You're here. A need. Everyone. I know well what yours. The head of the Carnix that once rest. Where was I heading? Anyway. Yeah, thoughts. Whirling memories. That is your need. Yes. Now, go. Deal with the thief. Bring back what was lost. But wait. I can hear the Carnix faintly calling from within. You won't face the same problem.
know that smell. The stench of a landlubber. Better turn back while you can. This is no place to lose your way. Well, I haven't seen a live one down here. Come to roll in the muck with one to smell the rotting glory of the Ah, so you must be ecstatic. Or he would be. Truth be told, I prefer him that way. So, to snuff out any chance to let those cockroaches rot besides. I like the dark, the growths, the feelers. I stole the carnix, so Sarras could... You've walked into a grave, and graveyards deserve darkness. They deserve... They betrayed the sea. They put their faith in that. Traitors and... Is that what just stupid surface? And when you try to... I'm not... I'll fight for it tooth and nail until that... This is mine. You're not
You have it. You know what to do. I can't. I mustn't. I need to be patient. It will be over soon. Oh, finally. Our Sarras. The sound that resonates and quickens this. And this light. I had almost forgotten how beautiful. Forgive me for my indisposition earlier. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Josephus, a sailor, glad to welcome you in the sanctuary of... Tell me, was it Squall? I understand. It's a shame he ended up like a common thief. Squall was bosun to Captain Lear. A damn loyal one. If he dared steal the Carnix, then little remains of the fine sailor he was, and I think that after all that befell us, he came to bear a grievance against us. That, anyway. Ah, yes, you were brought here, and she wishes to meet you. Yet she lies beyond the deepest of... But here we are. The hour has come. I will need the help of my old... This is the second thing I ask of you, child of... Each of them remains bound to what Apps is the caretaker of the children of the one who gave us life. And Urkel tends to the Lord of the Sea's knowledge. Just be careful, child of the... It has been a long time since I last spoke with thee, and their domains might have turned even more... Stay vigilant. When you convince them, and consider yourself invited, of course. Ah, and here, this is for you. Some parts of the set.
Astonished. I would never have imagined that an underwater kingdom lay. Let us study it carefully. I want to learn. I have a feeling this will be quite... Your decision was just. Imprisoning the... It is true that during the war, yet I could never have imagined enslaving those who came in peace. If the Stone Wardens were founded on such dishonor,
Taplander, you have seized the guard. My gate now stands open.
You are... Be careful, they're thirst for anything. Oh, my name's... Oh, no, but I'm working on... I've just had... Well, I'm looking for the... They swim around... I know it sounds a bit silly. Really? I'll stay here. You can search elsewhere.
You know what's the worst thing? Everyone insult me for it. Granted, our Lord lay, but... And that was still more interesting. Step...
That's enough. You showed those maggots. Though, not gonna. You're a cure. Ah, that's a good for one. They weren't supposed to be coming out of the egg. More and more of them. Because they're dumb as rocks. If they'd brought me down. They wish. Do I bloody look like a lurk? And those scaly wastes. They think they're so smart. Useless. Am I now? Find out where he got the idea that he... Though, I suppose it must be the endless pit of stupidity and... And you think my that's flattering, but untrue. I'll need all my focus to keep the ulcer at... So, here's my deal. Start with the dormitory and the refectory, then go as... Good.
Toplander, Abyssa, we need to talk. Yes, thank you for giving. Trust me, like it or not. It's about an egg. I have no idea. The slime. It was definitely the slime of the scourge of this. I spent half it, and wouldn't you know it? Depth Gore's gang are all. It's obvious. Thankfully, it wasn't one of the creator's eggs. Abyssadon, but it's still a priceless egg from the collection of reef-bound scientists. This kind of reef-bound is the future of... Oh, I do. They're just... The problem is, I still don't know where the egg is. Balarin can be very... And since this whole business with the missing eggs needs to stay... I did hear, however, that he has a weakness for rum from the surface. On the oozing, the closest thing, thankfully, we don't... But when we do, we... Come back with... And don't forget... Hurry, please.
What now? Then... Napkins, this plate... Now tell me. Oh, blast it! Oh, this... you did good, stranger. And may the Lord of the Seas...
May our...
Now, crawl on.
I'm Vandu. As for who you are, the voice of the Lord. Oh, I need someone to bring my sister. Besides, you'll find here. I'll be. Oh, this place is cold. My sister never understood. Its history reaches back to it was built by the I can't see anything myself, but I can hear the will. Well, I can't be certain. I choose to believe that I hear the voice and feel that choice alone. It's as long as I feel that same when I feel I can't explain it. May
I'm sad. Come. Oh, not that I actually felt anything. Thank you, top left.
For a moment I thought that no, they weren't. I'm so glad to meet you. Oh, do you really think news in an underwater... Your arrival sent a wave through the depths. But now that I see with my own eyes, I'm very good at reading the intentions of deep dwell. By the way, it's a day. Of course, a toplander by... You say, Frying, sure. We can say. Are you very well? Here, take this. I can tell you. Have you seen the carcass? You need to understand, my child, and that's why, and that's how we have a. Of course we do. Why are you so surprised? From your tone, I take it you treat your dead differently. But is it really so strange? Every place has its own... I knew you were a smart... Food is the foundation of life. Waste is a sin. Take...
Halt! Not Sir Urkel, he is only those deemed Tambo is a community. Its people are united. Become part of this. Work with them. Yes, I do.
No idle chit-chat. But I cannot do it while all this is your doing. I have neither the time. Your assumption is accurate, and I shall judge the outcome of your actions. That is my offer. Somebody needs to restore order to this place. And if it isn't you, the very cause of, and I assure you, I won't have time to play the org. I need the chaos you've brought here to finally... But before you begin restoring order, you can't be distracted by unfinished business. I am pleased with the path to the after images. They are places tainted by chaos. Visions of the past, the present, and they were entrusted to me by the Lord of the Seas. Your arrival has changed. The knowledge I had gathered through them has become... I know who sent you to me, Topla, but you cannot demand anything. Ask them. I never refuse knowledge to... Ah, my archive. It is here. Knowledge gathers about... I am but a humble servant. Here you will find... I was chosen and anointed by him. He came to me when my spirit was one. He showed me the truth about everything. About how... Now I know that the island I once thought was my home. Nothing human should concern. In theory, yes. But the truth is, well, you will see it for yourself when you enter the after images and begin restoring order. Every gesture, yours or those of the... You may even begin to question... That was not my decision. I suspect it was Rueko's idea. To tell... I suppose she wished to spare her kin from certain death. Well, still, I am not capable of such multifaceted thinking for the sake of... May knowledge... Here you are, May you...
Stand down, Captain. Turn back now. And
I'm long past caring what he thinks. Besides, being called a traitor by our king almost feels like a badge of...
Insolent knave! Do you truly think Nimue will save you? She only kept her...
Look, I've no quarrel with you, Sir Knight. I'd rather be far away from your lot. But alas, I need Nimue for that. So either get out of my way or say a prayer to the All-Mother.
It's just a flick.
Traitors don't get mercy.
Get you back tenfold. Here's...
Thank you for the rescue, Captain. I won't ask if you understand the consequences. I'm not... Since you've already stained your hands with the blood of the Knights of the Round Table, does that...
Most of my peers were annihilated by those four-armed demons. At least the ones I... Watching your quartermaster get ripped apart gives you perspective. A shitty bloody perspective.
It does, doesn't it? I don't remember my parents. But I may have been born here, but Avalon never felt like home. We have to face facts. This war is... It's time we went home. Our true home.
Recklessly, huh? Sometimes I forget your lot doesn't remember the Red Death.
The Red...
Let me finish. Before you say something stupid, then I'm talking about perspective. The way I see it. But the one before? Avalon isn't.
Then you'll help us. You'll come on...
I will. Steering the ships back to the homelands won't be easy. But I don't want to die in this wretched, miserable land. Cursed by an enemy that...
You won't, Captain. I'll see to it we all live to see the shores of the homelands. Whether for the
You shouldn't promise things like that.
Here you are, Toplet. Ask them. The Archivists are creatures. They attack not only you, but even I had to face them before I reached this place, if I ever wish to leave the Ark, and that is not what I want. I remain here because why would I ever leave? May no...
Merlin, where are you? Ugh, I swear if this is another one of your lessons... Merlin, I don't have time for your games!
That, my dear, was a threshold wall. Their beings, created to maintain order. Even King Arthur himself would struggle. I wanted to show you what you might face if you continue with your plan to leave out. There's no telling how many of them may be waiting on the
And that foolish duel with an illusion was supposed to scare me. I've outgrown your games, Merlin. I'm no longer a little girl who needs to be tested with elaborate... Even if creatures like the Threshold Wardens exist. I made up my mind.
Nimue, child.
Don't call me a child! I'm not making a mistake. I'm fixing your... I know you thought you were doing the right thing by coming to this island. But you call it survival. But you're killing the very world you claim to save. Even if you somehow made Avalon habitable, you're building its foundations on piles of sacrificed bodies. And how exactly does that make us any different from the Four Dwellers? How could anyone live here, knowing what we know?
I know this war has been long. I'm not proud of everything we've done, but it was necessary for all survival. Yes, blood was spilled, but the land will... Arthur and I are working tirelessly. You just need to...
Oh, the solution, of course. You know my answer, Master Merlin. So let me say it again. You can imprison me. You can try to persuade. These things you have planned won't bring us victory. They break the cycle of nature itself, and that break... So yes, my only...
The homelands are not your home. For you, do you think people chose to leave everything they knew on a whim? The Red Death was killing us. We were drowning in blood.
How is that any different from what's happened? I've watched people die to this senseless war, and plagues come and go. It's been years.
I see you won't listen.
I could say the same about you. You and your precious Arthur can do whatever you please. We're going home, and...
That's where you're wrong. Perhaps sometime in a cell will call you.
What?
I can, and I will.
Here you may know.
My scouts reported back about Lear and Nimue's rebellion. They're trying to sabotage the... They say their demand is that Sarras and the other ships be allowed to sail away. Are they out of their minds? How can they be... I held children dying of the Red Death in my arms. I watched them go stiff and the homelands are ruined, poisoned, and they want to go.
My king, I agree. This is suicide. The homeland's not a place to... And yet, Nimue, Lear, and the other rebels refuse to...
On that we agree. But if they choose to go, I'll let them. Let them choose their fate. If they refuse to believe the danger, let them learn it. I'm tired, Merlin.
Nimue is young, full of danger. They can all be kept here and given... There must be another way. A better way than simply letting them die.
Another way? I know what drives them. I've also looked into faces hollow, and I know what Nimue thinks of our efforts to keep out. Yet if she can't see the reason behind all this, if she cannot accept that war is never a clean affair, if it costs me my peace, so be it. Give them Sarras. Give them 2 more ships.
You would send them to die just to prove there's no way back?
No. I'd make an example of them. They cannot defy. That said, I will not be the king who stole their last act. And if they die in the process...
My king, let me speak with her. What?
Do as you wish. Give them ships. Burn the rest.
When Nimue and Captain Lear set sail for the homelands with the rebels, Merlin did the only thing he could to save them. Through a powerful spell, he sealed the entire fleet, drawing on Nimue's magical potential as its source of power. Flashes of light tore through the storm as the ships vanished beneath the raging sea, swallowed by the depths before anyone could understand what had happened. To the world, it looked like mass murder, a cruel punishment for desertion, but in truth, Merlin had saved them, allowing Sarras to become its own kingdom, far from the weirdness and the dangers of Avalon.
You're back, child of... The calm I feel now tells me that... Thank you. Yes. I will honor... Now that the after images are in order, the melody of the organ will sound again. I only hope you know...
This one is glad that the folk of Tungo departed into the bosom of the Lord of the Depths. And this so... It was destiny, had this one not carried out the slaughter. Only one who has amassed sufficiently great knowledge. This one was ready. This one expected that this one will gladly accept, but after the top lander who has already visited.
as different as they are. Pettiness, and yet it's more peaceful than they're bound by a single purpose, a community built around one goal. There are times when lies are necessary. I wonder what would happen if the people here, I'm afraid it would break them. Your faith in people is up, and yet I wish. I'm tired of looking at ruins. That has been my suspicion from this place. Hums with me. I only needed proof. I just didn't expect. He did. Just in his... I told him to sink the ships, and he did. And if that act gave rise to this whole kingdom around us, though I wonder what fate awaits them when we need to reclaim the fleet when that time comes. It seems I did, though I can't fully, but I can understand it. In war, the war was nearing its end by letting some sail and sinking the shell named Hiss. No. I know Tumbo followed. I don't think I ever want to understand the mind. I only hope the people of Tumbo have found peace. Such a...
Welcome. Everyone is ready, but tell me, from where you're headed, well, we will face the consequences. The melody of the organ will resonate through. Its sound will awaken our captain, the one who calls to you. I can't tell you more than what you'll learn from Apt. I served under him when he was still in his prime, but I wasn't there for his... All I know is that little remains of the Captain Lear. One way or another, you'll have to face him. Ready? Excellent. Gather, it is time to this sound. Sarras has not heard it.
Traitor, it was your command that doomed us to this fate. You were supposed to let us go. A traitor shielding, and what difference does it make who king? And what kind of king is he? Who knows? I can feel that traitor, and by the almighty Lord of the Seas, I swear, this day, I despise your pity. I care nothing if the will of the Lord of the Seas had bound us. But I know this. Of all the great figures, gladly I offer your souls to the glory of the Lord, and your flesh to the dwellers of this realm. No one is permitted to enter. I swore to God. Know this.
I've been wondering when you'd find your presence has rippled through. It reminds me of... I know all. I am in every part of these depths, watching over Leah. Tell me, what do you think? It is all I've ever wanted. He gave me that. I should... Ever since I was... I couldn't say how long it's... 600 years. Huh. Still, if you're here, I suppose we won. At least the new children of Avalon. Tell me. That brings me no joy. Although I must admit, I always believed nothing good would come from staying on Avalon. Not afterward to meddle with the laws of nature. Our ancestors should never... Every time I raised it, Red Death was the phrase. And now, it's... My troubled youth, you mean? And if I feel I'm paying for my stubbornness, I'm afraid the truth is less dramatic. I was tired. They stole our future before our life. At least his betrayal gave me time to rest and to build something better than what we left on the... Save me. And am I supposed to be grateful? What kind of logic drove just because they didn't rest in peace? I don't understand. That's true, but I suppose cemeteries have all... Gods. I'm tired of this. Merlin said I was too young. Of course I didn't. How could I? I'd had enough suffering. And he didn't care about the future. Did he succeed in the long run? Aren't you here because the world is on... It's easy to judge with hindsight. History does love its circles, I see. You do know the fleet is bound to me, and for Sarras to... You don't pull your punches, do you? What I want does, but if you truly wish to know, yet I wouldn't mind it either if it were only about me. It was what happens on the surface. I have my own Perhaps. Do you think Tumbo's thirst for or that the creatures of the Ulcerate, I am them? No, you don't. No one truly understands, and they will, year after year. And you'll do what you want. Perhaps you're...
You had the cheek to disturb my lady. But you see, she cannot leave this place. No. She must remain in the depths. Worry not, my beloved. No one will trouble us anymore. With you, I shall drown forever.
Being set free into the vast sea was, at first, not easy for the denizens of Sarras. They struggled in a space that lacked the structure and order once kept by Nimue and the first crew. In time, however, they grew used to their newfound freedom and spread far and wide, slowly forgetting the place of their origin.
Thank you. I hope you mean that. It never felt like home to me. I truly hope things will get better for them.
What have you done? This was not meant to be. Sarras was meant to be freed, and us along with it. You wanted answers. This is your answer. I curse you, Arthur, for this accursed undeath in this accursed realm. 1,000-fold I curse you. You were meant to free us from this endless agony. If Sarras is to remain, then I will make sure you become one with it.
The long-awaited change that Josephus and the other denizens of Sarras yearned for never came to pass. Those in the sanctuary went on as they always had, tending to their knowledge, raising the Lord's offspring, hidden from the wider world. The sanctuary drifted on in its quiet bubble, peaceful and undisturbed, steady in its ways.